How's it going, everyone? Hope you guys all had a great summer. With this new semester starting, we all might be starting some new relationships. I thought it'd be a good idea to just go through some relationship advice Reddit with you guys and give you my opinion. First one, my parents are pulling me out of dance because it's causing my dad to stumble in his walk with... This will probably be the last time I come back to this. I'm honestly tired at this point, and my parents say there's no need to talk about it anymore whenever I bring it up. Dad doesn't think it's over, and Mom says it's in the past, and that once forgives you, he doesn't look at it anymore. Since my last post, I talked to my coach and had more time to think, and my dad has returned to the gym for my sister's practices after taking 2 weeks to work on himself by staying home and having Mom take her. But he didn't work on himself or go to therapy or even someone at church. He just watched TV whenever Mom took her, and he yelled at me for venting to Grandma for my last post. When I made my last post, it was because they talked about me and how Dad felt challenged in the gym studio environment. And for that reason, I wouldn't be allowed to do gymnastics anymore with after my current class ends. And it'll be ending soon. Dad said he felt led to bring it up when we talked. I told him numerous times and days that I was being punished for something I didn't do, but they didn't care and said it was best for the family. And as we grow, we must carry ourselves differently. Mom said that we have to honor God with our bodies and referred to our purity talk that we had a few years back. Mom also said that I should be grateful that they let me do dance in the first place with some of their inappropriate outfits when I was growing up, but now I'm older, it's time to move on. Mom also said that Dad was doing a big thing by bringing it up, along with how couples are supposed to talk things out. I encourage each other in their walk with God, and she says that applies to families too. But when I told her that I was being punished for something I didn't do, she said I was being disrespectful and ungrateful again. And that made me talk to Grandma for my update for my last post. I told her how I felt, and she agreed with me and called my dad about it. But Dad yelled at me for going behind his back, and Mom said that things in our family should remain private. They also said I'm not allowed to see Grandma after that, and as of right now, I'm still not allowed to see her. If I tell anyone else, they said I'll lose privileges. In my last update, they talked to me again after I told them how I was afraid to lose friends from not seeing them at the gym, and they said that they would help me keep them if I was respectful and didn't talk to them anymore, since it is a privilege to have them drive me to my friends. Dad also said that he wanted me to continue doing sports, but that I couldn't do dance or gymnastics or swimming or cheerleading because the world tries to tell you and to show too much, and the uniforms they require are inappropriate, as Mom says. So my advice goes to the dad. Just calm down. I'm sure that you can do fine with yourself. If you're a dad, you should be able to manage that. Going to high school, the dance suits are nothing to get excited about for the kid. You should go into something that can actually make you money. Fine arts is not something where the money will flow. Go into business or engineering or programming. This will just be good for you. My pregnant daughter is threatening to cut contact with me if I don't give her boyfriend an allowance. I am 43 and my daughter Jen is 16. I have 2 younger children as well, who are 12 and 13. 5 months ago, Jen got pregnant with her boyfriend, Chris. This made things tense between us for obvious reasons, but I have continued to support her. Chris's parents kicked him out 2 months ago due to the pregnancy, and I allowed him to stay with us. Chris is a good kid, but he is incredibly irresponsible and he's been unable to hold down a job. He doesn't have any money, and he and Jen recently approached me to ask if I could start giving him an allowance so he could buy things he wanted. To make things clear, I buy everything Chris needs. I buy the food, I've bought the baby equipment, and paid for everything Jen needs. Not to mention my younger 2 kids, plus the pets. I don't have exactly enough money to be shilling $25 out to Chris. I told them this. Jen lost her temper with me, and we got into an argument. I admittedly told her she was acting like a brat, and she told me that if I didn't give Chris an allowance, that she was going to do everything in her legal power to cut contact with me and make it so I never get to see her or my grandchild ever again. Jen is very determined and persistent, and I know that she would and will do everything in her power to do as she says, and I don't want that. But I'm not going to pay her boyfriend an allowance. First thing, how is she going to cut you off if you're the one providing everything for her? She's relying on you for rent, food, clothes, baby equipment, baby food, pets, everything. Are you too dumb to see that if she cuts you off, she'll be homeless? Does she have someone else that Chris can go to for an allowance? I would not agree to give Chris an allowance. Have him get a job. Also, $25 is nothing. He wants $25 a month. What is he going to buy with $25 a month? A couple of candy bars? A pack of beer? $25 is nothing. Make the kid get a job. If she wants to cut you off, she better be ready to be homeless. I want to dye my hair black instead of being supportive or even constructive disagreement. My fiance said girls with blue eyes and dark hair are hideously ugly. This is all in the title, except I guess I've basically been a light blonde since I was a baby. I just wanted to try something new. I even thought my fiance would be excited about me looking so different and maybe reinvigorate us. I booked an appointment with super experienced hair color expert, and she said she could actually make me look very natural dark. I told my fiance, and he said the line in the title, to say it was hurtful is an understatement. I was expecting him to be excited for that, but even if he said, "Hun, that's not a good idea," or "I'm sure I would like it," I could have dealt with it, but instead he said something so mean. What do I do about this? Well, was he drunk? This is not something a guy would normally say if he actually cared about you. I bet he was drunk. I bet he wasn't thinking straight. If he was, sorry, he's just mean. You'll have to deal with this throughout your marriage. Learn to work with it. Societal beauty standards. My boyfriend and I have been having a really hard time lately. We've been together for almost 3 years, and I'm not sure whether I should stay with him. Last night during a fight, he made some comments about my body that alluded that he wanted me to change somehow. So I pressed him on it, and he said that we were perfectly happy with the way that I am. But in an ideal world, I would have a smaller waist. I told him that he only thinks that way because of societal beauty standards. That made him very upset, and he felt like if all society thinks that way, then he can't, then why can't he? He later admitted that the line of thinking is incorrect, but that still is how he feels. My point was, why can't I be the way that I am ideal? I still feel very upset about this, and I'm not sure if I'm being stupid or what. Please help. First of all, your boyfriend probably can't control his temper very well. Try not to blame him for everything. Realize that you are arguing too. You're part of the problem. Cheated on during bachelorette trip 4 weeks out from wedding. She's 12 years older than I am. I had a bad feeling, so I started spying on his texts last week. Sure enough, he was texting his ex before I even left town for my bachelorette trip. He hasn't denied it. Last night, he moved all of his valuables out because he didn't know how I was going to react when we talked tonight. We're 4 weeks away from our wedding date. This woman is 12 years older than me, 40, and he is 31. Either way, I'm beside myself. I don't think I want to make it work, but I'm afraid that when I see him tonight, I'm going to lose my strength. I also have a 5-year-old son, and this would be the second breakup he's been through, first with his dad. That breaks my heart. I need strength and guidance. I think what you gotta do is realize this guy's probably gonna cheat on you again if he cheated 4 weeks before your wedding. I mean, that's crazy. This is not the guy to marry. You found something from the gutter. This sounds like something you'd scrape off the street. Sounds like roadkill. This is not the guy you want. Don't marry him. I don't know what you think you can make work, but if he's cheating on you 4 weeks before your wedding, I mean, things are not working. That's disgusting. Don't marry him. Find someone else. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty of sharks in your case. Sharks that have more loyalty. Don't waste your time on this guy if he's actually cheating on you. Stay strong. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you all take this advice to heart. Make your relationships glow with magical, sparkly fairy dust. You can do anything if you believe. You can make your relationship anything you want it to be. Just take my advice. Someone's in the other room and they probably